Okay, finishing up Chon-Ji on the down block and the straight punch before moving into side block and L stance, outward side block. The last one is probably one of my favorite ones because a lot of people show it and the reaction is usually the person's trying to grab you and you're supposed to be fast enough to just react, okay? The person, you should feel it come up immediately and you should be able to break this piece. Or the person does grab you but it's too high, it's higher up on the body, and in reality, squeeze really tight, really tight, so I can't breathe. Keep going, keep going. If I go like this, I win. So it's a very pointless position to teach it that way, to go above the elbow. You're going to grab below the waist and the elbow, and even the waist to the waist is a little bit, not too much, but it's loose on the hands. You're not trapping the hands by going around the waist, but you're definitely trapping it if it's on the elbow here, okay? This is a position that I'm not going to find a way out of unless I've trained correctly. So, go ahead, relax. So the way that I was shown a long time ago was like this. The person hugs, you can do it normally. Okay, it's still on the elbow, but my hands clasp together, and then I sit down, and I sit, but I don't do anything yet. I kind of just shrug and drop my weight this way, which loosens it up a little bit, but now I have to lift up and lift, okay? So I'm doing two motions. I'm sitting up with my body, and I'm shooting my arms up. And it doesn't work well, especially for either weaker people or beginning people. If you're 6'6", you're not going to take much to pull this up anyway, okay? So, ready? Here, this is how I was shown. A, B, and I'm still trapped, okay? I can find a way out, and that might work for some, but I'm still trapped. If I go like this, 1, and then 2, and then she resets her grip and drops my weight and now picks me up and I get done, okay? It's no good. When my arms get pinned from a normal position, the natural thing is my hands go together. This is the setup for our preparation. Our hands already come together. And if you can see my shoulders and my arms move, squeeze tight, super tight, here, as my hands come in, my body adjusts, okay? If my hand adjusts and my relax, my shoulders and my back expand, that's hard for somebody to keep their grips, okay? If I'm going this way, it's harder for them to keep that tight grip, and they have to just remain where they are, and then they have to dump. So naturally, hug here, my hands go together, just like that. Immediately I'm going to drop weight, and then we're going to go from there, okay? So, from here, when I hug, you're going straight into hands crossed, and then we'll go from there. So first position is hugging the body tight, and as soon as the hands go crossed, your weight should drop, okay? Again, here, boom, and dropping weight, okay? Now, with the dropping weight, you see she wants to move because I'm going one step at a time. So the correct position is go 1, 2, okay? So 1, 2 is as she drops weight, she's going to lift at the same time. Not this. Not yet, okay? If I wait to do this, I'm gonna get stuck. It's when I sit, that's when you break. Okay, here, squeezing tight as she sits, breaking grip. Moving the body to a line. If my hand is this way to this way, this is what it will look like, okay? My hand should be up. Dropping the weight of this side, bringing this side up already, okay? Switch me real quick. Here, hand goes to cross. As I sink and I sit, my elbow comes across my body, okay? Pretty easy to do once you're in motion. Right now I'm using strength to move my arm, hold tight. I'm using strength to move my arm, but when I get to the point I don't need it, I sink and I drop. I'm moving my arm away from her holding the crease in my elbow. Here to here, and then moving away. 1, 2, creating base. Now we're out of the actual hold to get thrown. Okay? So here, here. Now we're using the wave to go up, breaking position, and following around to the back of the leg, striking to the groin. 1, 2, 3, following through. Okay? Downward block is hitting to the groin again, and you see this position that we're in? This is followed up by 2 sets. If I don't retaliate and I grab her head or something like this, then you can finish by following through and attacking, moving the body ahead, finishing Chon-Ji. Go ahead, go. Here, finishing with punch or palm. Here, following through, palm to the face. Okay? It could be a simple push. Okay? If I'm here like this after the strike, she could just bring her arms in, creating space, pushing on the head, pushing on the body, and stepping through. Go ahead. Here, and creating space to get away. That's easy enough. Now we go into this. Go ahead, keep going, boom, steps through, hits to the groin, and now I'm holding the head. Okay? This piece in Japanese is called kazushi waza. It's when you're behind the opponent, and usually you're carried through after punching. So here, usually how I set it up is this way. I'm holding it here, I push the hand inside, follow through, and complete the takedown this way. Okay? Now we're utilizing it for pattern. From Shotokan, here, when I have the head here, and I'm trying to pull her back or to the mat or whatever, as she's holding this side, the only way this works really is if I'm holding tight on the head. If I'm loose and she lifts me, I can move around pretty easy. Go ahead. Here, I can move around pretty easy. But because I'm tight on this side, she's going to use the pulling hand to pull my leg in and the pulling away, holding tight, finishing, boom, boom. Okay, again. One time. 1, 2, 3, hitting. Okay, I'm holding tight. She grabs my leg, pulls in, dunks the body. Okay, now the finishing piece, instead of for the punch, she's going to stomp forward for the step through that would be the punch. Go ahead, go. Here, boom, to the side of the body or the groin, or complete through to the head. Come back. Go. Hit, and again, if I'm not holding the head, you create space immediately. Create space. Okay? You can follow through. That basic backhand can be just as easy as the punch in Chon-Ji. Okay? If I am holding the head, no, go back. Here, if I am holding the head, you can hit to the groin, keep it across, keep it low, grab the leg, okay? Hold this to the side of the hip, and push with the opposite hand and twist your body. Basic movement back. Finish with either stomp to the body, or to the groin, or finishing high to the head. Okay?